Hello everyone, DayTradeToWin.com. Today is November 5th. Looking at the Atlas line, you can see that there's a short signal at 35.04 quarter, and then there are these follow-up trades for the strength trade. This presents a great opportunity to sell the market, but we want to be patient. We want to wait until we see the signals, whether it be a pullback trade or strength trade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if there's a possibility for a scalp trade with the Trade Scalper software that we offer. So let me add here the Trade Scalper software to see if at the same time that we have a possibility of a scalp trade to the short side. A few things to remember. Remember that trading is risky. You shouldn't trade with funds you cannot afford to lose. Talk to your broker. Whether you're trading the futures, forex, or options, just understand that trading is risky. Now, as we wait for the software here to calculate 35.05 short on the Trade Scalper and 35.04 quarter on the Atlas line, they are different signals to go short, depending on the software that you have. Some of you have both, and we may even have what's called a Atlas line bounce signal. Now, I don't talk about the Atlas line bounce signal a lot, but the idea of the market hitting the Atlas line and bouncing off of it, this is a really good way to understand support and resistance, because the Atlas line does act as support and resistance. So if we see a candle that hits the Atlas line, is unable to break through it, and then immediately comes down and there's a closing price back down off of the Atlas line, that is considered a bounce signal. So I'm going to be looking for that too. I want to go short the market. This is just a day trade. It's not long-term or swing trading. It's just for a short, small, maybe a 2-point target, and you're done and you're out, not holding on to it for a long-term position. So let's see what happens here. And as soon as we see a signal, I want to take it. I want to show you how to manage the trade, whether it be a time-based stop, prove-it stop, pivotal stop, catastrophic stop, which is very important. These are all things that are taught and explained during the training and in the manuals and the courses found on DayTradeToWin. All right, everyone. So what we have here is a combination of a double wick short to go short and a strength trade setup here. So I want to go short at 35.04. So let me bring up the dome and go short at 35.04. Very simple. The ATR is about 3 points, so figure on about 2.5 points would be a good opportunity to go short. So let me jump in here and go short.
Order filled.
Okay, so there's a short entry here, 35.04. Always try for a better price, but never chase the market. That's very important. Try not to avoid or chase the market. My goal here is from here to here is 2 points. I'm going to go for, because the ATR is a little bit higher, I'm going to go for 2.5 points. I have the stop up there as well, as you can see, making sure that it doesn't go too much further against me. I like to use the ATR down here for the target, even if you're a little bit more conservative. If you want to trail a stop, I have a great video on trailing stops that you could find on DayTradeToWin videos page, trailing a stop, or search for it on the blog. I also see the P's here for pullback trade. What this is telling me is that the market is beginning to pull back. And to explain a pullback for a market that's going down is that the market is going down first, it pulls back, and then it continues. Okay, so what you're seeing is the market pulling back and then continuing back down. And that's the reason for the P's that you see here. So I want to make sure everybody understands the concept behind what you see here, the P's, and what you see here for the S's is strength, and what you see for the double wick short is a signal for the Trade Scalper. We're looking at two different softwares. The market's going against me here by a little bit. I still have my stop, and I'm holding on to the trade. All right, so what you see happening is the market starting to turn around and go in our favor, about entry, break-even trade. The one thing that I also noticed is that you see how this candle went all the way up and almost touched the Atlas line. This is one of the signals called a bounce trade, a bounce signal. Actually, I was reviewing this morning with one of my students. The bounce trade occurs when the wick hits the Atlas line and bounces off of it. Now the important thing is we'd like to go with the direction of the market. Obviously, I don't want to fight the market or catch a falling knife, as it's called. I want to see this candle be red, so it is a lower close and open to go short, and the opposite is true if it was a green candle to go long if trading above the Atlas line. So that's just a little bit of background on the rules, things that we look for to focus on price action trading, where we focus on the direction the candle closes, more importantly, and where it's going, what it's not doing, and what it's doing. So the wick hitting the Atlas line, hitting resistance, is one part of it, and then I'd like to see whether or not the candle closes lower than open, hence a red candle, which shows me the direction that the traders are in control of it is in fact bearish. And so that is something that we look for as well. All right, now 2.5 points I think is good, more than enough based on the ATR is actually at 2.25, so I'm not against moving this up by a tick, and that way it's in line with the ATR of 2.25. Just a few things that we work on, the details of trading. All right, good. So a couple of you already got out of the trade. I got filled here out of the trade, and you're done, you're out, you're finished, and we're moving on. If you're new to day trading and want to learn more on the benefits of trading the markets, visit DayTradeToWin.com, join the next mentorship class starting later this month, and subscribe to the Day Trade to Win YouTube channel. We focus on price action and work exclusively with new and beginner traders who want to learn more on how to prosper from trading.